On the way down, it's the first time I ever made a call out video. It's worth a try. So I told a couple people on X to what I was gonna make. God damn bug. I was gonna make a video dedicated to them. I don't know, trying to get haters might work. I'm not as angry as I was on the way up, but not angry, really. But the argument that me and these fellas are having, and these are Americans. These are kind of, I looked at one profile. Dude seems like he was American, you know, somewhat like me. He's 36 years old, in the Navy or some shit. But the argument was over these two redheaded kids from Israel that got killed, and you know, they the original story was they were strangled, and then later on it came out that the father, you know, sometimes that happens when you lose your kids after they're done. It's like all of a sudden you don't want to play propaganda bullshit anymore, you know. So you're just gonna tell this truth or whatever, you know. And but he knew how they died. And that argument is a funny argument, because to not, I mean, does anybody realize that, like, on the October 7th thing that happened, on October 8th, what did they do? They fucking bombed Gaza. They started the bombing of Gaza, and look at it now. So I don't know, any other country in the world would not look for their hostages by bombing the fucking whole place. I mean, do you realize that, fellas? I mean, that's the amazing part is, look, it was a false flag. Israel let it happen because it was on purpose. They were in on it because they had to be, because they have like the tightest border there is. So they let it happen. Ridiculous. They do it all the time. They're false flag. Israel can't be trusted. They're fucking. It was a terrorist formed place, formed from terrorism. Still is. And if you don't see that, I mean, who? The only reason that the fucking news ever started talking about what was really happening to the Palestinians was because of what TikTok did a few years ago. When they blew things up and too many people saw what was really going on. And that's when the mainstream media had to switch gears for survival, because obviously the media here, everywhere, it's all 90% of the world's media is Jewish. So you should already know this too. But and look, everybody's seen the videos, man. It's ridiculous. They just, I mean, they're sniping children for fun, right in front of their parents. Like, I mean, like using and then using them as bait to shoot whoever comes back for the body. And these are just civilians. Nobody does that, okay? And that happens all the time. And if you're backing that, you know, that's why. And you can't say that's not happening. And for some reason, some people have like the impression that you know, Hamas is like powerful and holds, you know, or whatever. Not now, obviously. So where is Hamas anyway? If Gaza's like, but it's still talked about. I mean, Hamas is like something you hear more than anything. You don't see a lot of real evidence of. And these, what is, you don't fucking look for hostages by carpet bombing everywhere. They never negotiated. They didn't negotiate until they had almost fucking leveled the whole place. How the fuck do you even explain that? And you were, and one of these guys said, what did he say? He said, I know, he said that, the Jewish controlled media is a anti-Semitic conspiracy theory debunked. That's what he said about control of the media. And then he I don't know, you put some shit underneath about the owners, like, I don't know what he was saying. But and that, you don't even have to pull any fucking stories or any shit, dude, to know who controls the media. And you're an idiot if you haven't figured that out. And who actually, and it's who controls the upper hand with all the social media places too. One of you guys fucking said, "Oh, why do you type out?" I won't type out Jew anymore. I'll put J space W, because my stuff will be getting pulled, and they said that theirs didn't get pulled. Well, that's because, oh, there's a deer right there. How cute. Your stuff doesn't get pulled because you don't have shit to say. You don't pull any historic facts that they have to fucking, that they can't have, you know. You don't know shit to get censored. What's up, buddy? Let's see. Hello. There's two of them. That's right where I gotta go. Are they looking up here like one of theirs is up here? Hi. Is that a buck? No, it's not a buck. Aren't they cute? Yeah, you want to test the waters and find out if you want to see where the censoring is. Talk about Israel being responsible for 9/11. That's where they'll get you. That's the Iron Gate truth, where the Iron Gate goes right up. What's up, buddy? They're cute. He's aware of me. How skinny they are. Little fellers. Oh, it's a mom and a baby. That's what everybody needs to understand, that the ones that did 9/11 are in control right now, behind Trump. That's why nothing's changed. And that's the truth of all truth. If you haven't figured that out yet, you don't know shit. It goes deeper than that. You can go back to the 60s when this happened. You can even go back to 49 when it already started. What was that guy's name? What was his name? Oh my God. His name is on my board at home. What's his name? James. Oh. What's his name? Oh my God. It's gonna hit me in a second here. Mick something. Oh, it was in 49. I think he was the Secretary of Defense. They threw him out a window and said he jumped out a window. And it was your friends that did that. And that was in 49. So this country's really been bye-bye for a long time. You knuckleheads don't even realize it. You joined the military during the reign of this regime and didn't even know it. You fought their wars. That's ridiculous. won't know until it's over. But what I heard through the military peoples is that after 9/11, the Pentagon was Mossad. And that was like 25 years ago. Almost. 23 years. So we've been fucking under control from a foreign ally, or whatever you want to call it. I wouldn't call it an ally. And some people don't even realize it, don't know it. Still think 9/11 was fucking guys with box cutters. Still think the fucking plane goes through a fucking building and then blows up. A plane goes through a steel building. A plane would bounce off a steel building. There were no planes. You're an idiot if you think there were. And when you see the video of the plane going through it and then blowing up, it was fucking doctored video. It was bullshit. Because nobody there said, there was only a couple people and they were in on it, that said there was a fucking plane. Nobody saw planes. It was explosions. The planes were on TV. One plane woke me up. I was laying in bed when that shit happened. Well, I was getting up to go to work. I lived in LA. But it wasn't whoever they say. It's obvious who it was. They had already hired a damn Chinese company to remove all the fucking stuff. They had already done that shit before 9/11. So it was like a scheduled fucking demolition. Because they had already paid for the removal. And, contracted or whatever. So, yep, China helped. They just, like, whatever, we'll take the job. We'll move all your shit. We have nothing to do with that. Yep, scheduled demolition. The people that died were just like, whatever, casualty, whatever. Sacrifices or whatever. They weren't, all the people that were from a certain group didn't show up that day. That's why the fucking owner of the building didn't show up. I mean, give me a break. And he fucking got like, how much did that, what's that dude's name? I'm not gonna say his name because then, well, fuck it, they get censored, whatever. It's Larry something. He just bought the building for like 10 million or 13 million or something like that, and then he got a return for, what was it, 3 billion or something. That's ridiculous. And he won't even, like, people try to ask him about it today, and he won't answer questions. He's just gets to cruise around. Nobody ever fucking, no tough interviews or anything. Nobody says, hey, wait a minute, man, you just bought this shit and you just got the fucking insurance and you added some extra if something flies into it, and stick to it when you got it. And nobody questioned that shit. No, and then they actually paid on the return, on the claim, I mean. Who the fuck's gonna pay that claim? One of your buddies is. That's fucking printing up money or some shit. I mean, come on, be serious. What the fuck? Oh, it's time to go down and let the deer go. So we've been under wraps for a long time. And you want to argue with me on X and fucking defend the ones that are quietly controlling our everything. I mean, give me a fucking break, dude. It's ridiculous. You should have more sense than that. You should be on my side. I used to be pulling, I mean, whether you like me or not, for your own survival, you should be with me over here. So plus it's the side of what's right. I mean, if you believe Hamas is the aggressor and Hamas is the bad guys over there, dude, you gotta fucking put down, you gotta stop. I don't know, get your head out of your ass, dude. That certain group of people, they think they're better than you. They think you're less than a fucking an insect. You want to defend them? You want, okay, well then say, okay, good goo, bad goo. Play that game, but you're not gonna find too many good goos. Good luck. That's why it angers me that anybody that in this country that would be consider themselves like an American, like me, that would support Israel, or and all the, you know, obviously they're running. They got Congress and Senate. They got everything bought. If they're not from Israel, they're fucking bought and paid for. Or blackmailed by Israel. So why are you defending that shit? Are you jumping ship for survival? I mean, everybody's seen. I've seen some really sick videos of how the IDF would kill people, and they'd shoot them. It'd be fucking. And you can't have a police force of all that God-chosen ones, God's chosen police. Because for some reason, if you have God's chosen police, you're gonna get fucking treated like shit, which doesn't really make sense. So if God just, you know, so I don't know what the whole God's chosen, because I don't see any godlike activity. I see fucking men, like what they do to the Palestinians in jail. It's ridiculous, dude. For nothing, and they arrest them for nothing. Nothing. They take their property. Nothing. And I don't give a fuck about the argument about whose land it is. If they were there, it's obviously theirs. And they have this thing. That's why I was asking. It's kind of like the Jews almost have the right to steal the land, to take it from the Palestinians. And if that's the case, that's the Noahide law. Because that's what happens in the Noahide law. Jews get to steal from Gentiles. So, and that's what happens there. They just take shit. They'll just take some lady's shit, take her land, take her place. There's videos of it. They say, and like, they say it's their right. So what? How are you gonna? That's evil. You know, the argument of whose land it is. Well, it's who was there. Now, I hate that argument. I hate when I hear people say there was no Palestinians never existed. There was no Palestine. Okay, well, what the fuck? Who are these dudes that we're talking about? Why is that something why are we talking about it if they don't exist? And who, you know, what the fuck you just all of a sudden say they never existed. Yes, because we said so. They never. What the fuck? Well, whatever you're going to call the people that were there in 1940, was it 48? The first fucking, the first attack on the first war with an unarmed enemy. That's what it was. And if you've heard anything else, you believe lies. Because there's documentaries that you can see tell the truth. It was just like every other fucking time. They say it was there was 1967, something happened too. And that was another one. It was the same thing then. It was, they call them wars, but they're killing unarmed people. And that's what they do today. They've been killing them all this week. Kids being killed, still everything. I mean, and it's worse. Everybody says, people get pissed, like, if they're gonna get pissed and say, "Oh, why are we giving them the bombs?" It's not even we're giving them the bombs. They are us. They're already planted here. They're running the show. They just haven't had to tell everybody yet. That's how good they've got it. They've been behind the driver's wheel at least since 9/11. And now they're just putting the clutches on us. They're just choking us a little more and more. COVID was phase 1. Supposedly phase 2 was supposed to start at the end of this year. A couple months. It's supposed to be around December or something, maybe. That's what I heard. The predictions. Because they do schedule everything. It's going to be another pandy. They schedule them. Isn't that wonderful? Like they scheduled COVID-19. That's a touchy subject. My dad died from that, from the vaccine. And touchy. And you try to warn people, and they think you're crazy. And they pay the price, and it's like, why would you think? You know, whoever's running this shit and has been fucking choking us. Economies, dude, they're fucking us. All the money. Israel's doing just fine. Look at the fucking war veterans here. It's fucking LA. That's where I'm from. Fucking shithole. Downtown LA. I mean, it's still nice, but people, life is good for some. Not for others. It should be way better. We should have free energy. The technology's there. Probably being used. But there's so many technologies they've been holding back. We should be living in the golden age. We don't need to be driving cars around. We could easily be flying stuff around, easily. But they don't want it. Not with who's running the show. We're never gonna get to that. Never gonna get that type of freedom. They want to take the cars away, telling you your carbon point, too many carbon points, or what the fuck, carbon tax. Give me a fucking break. Everybody believes fucking that bullshit. You're fucking stupid. God made this place for us. You should know that. Everybody should know. You know, knowing the nature of the place that you live at, probably the most important thing any creature would have to have. And most people don't know where they are. When you think that you are on the planet Earth, in the solar system, flying around the sun, if you believe that, I mean, the whole spinning and chasing, it's the most ridiculous thing. All they're doing is changing everything that God said. God said this place never moves. They're making it never stopping. Space, if you look at the space, all the dimensions they have of space, 666 comes up so many fucking times. There's no way it's a fucking accident. When you look at the measurements for, like, all these places, like, whether it's a star or whatever, or how far this is to this, the numbers are usually either they got 666 anymore, they're What would it be, like 666 times 666? It's just ridiculous, dude. They're fucking with you. Space is bullshit. They put the goddamn Pluto, the dog, on Pluto. Pluto's head on Pluto. You fuckers still think it's real. That was little Walt Disney's put his little signature on Pluto, on planet Pluto. Yeah, it just happens to be the dog Pluto. You don't believe me? Look it up. It's like a fucking laughing in your face. Dog's fucking head. Cartoon dog head on fucking Pluto. Oh, and that's maybe, is that why they said oh it wasn't a planet anymore? Maybe they said, oh, they had to, oh, we thought about it, it's not a planet. Like whoever, NASA or whatever. Get the fuck out of here. You just want to talk about it because there was a fucking cartoon dog head on the fucking thing. It's fucking ridiculous. Thinking about I lost my fucking dental piece. My tooth. I lost my slip-in tooth, snap-in tooth. Fuck, man. There's no way I fucking swallowed that thing when I was asleep. No way. What the fuck did I do, though? Second one I lost. Fuck. So now I'm starting to think about it. Yeah, but I fell asleep, or did I? Yeah. If I take it off, it goes in one little container. I will not take it off and put it anywhere. So if it's not in the container, something happened. Shit. Well, I got insurance, so they send me another one after they pour the mold. As long as I can find that fucking paperwork. Oh, I think I got an email. I'm about to cut this one off. If anybody subscribe, oh fuck you. I drifted off subject a little bit, but I did. I hit what I needed to hit. If you watched it, you should realize if you're not on my side, you're not with the good guys. So you go ahead and be the villain. Superheroes over here. Alright, peace, y'all.